135, 115. I would never admit that I have taken a Pontiac G5 200 kilometers an hour up that road. Don't worry, it was a rental. I guess someone had removed the governor or something, or the limiter, as some people call it. I don't know why I started calling it the governor. Probably because I'm obsessed with Jesse the Body Ventura. Anyway, someone must take the limiter off of it, because those cars, the thing was, I've never gotten any car up to 200. They always crap out, or like some of them automatically hit the brakes when you're up at those speeds. It's kind of nightmarish actually, because we're flying along, the vehicle's shaking and vibrating, you don't know if you're going to live for the next 5 minutes, and then the brakes just come on. It's terrible. Don't like it at all. That is something that shouldn't happen. Some of them do it right, however. Some of them just kind of, what they do is they ease off the gas, so you just can't give it anymore. There's nothing more to give. Which is a good way to go about things, you know? So much better than just hitting the brakes. Which is dangerous. It's probably going to kill some of your customers out there. GMC Safari van. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking to you, GMC Safari van. If you're listening, take it easy with the limiter, okay? 180 is not fast enough. I got deliveries to make in my GMC Safari van. Wonder how many views a video of me going in a straight line down the road is going to get. I don't know. I don't care. I'm just doing this for fun right now. I'm not too concerned about money. I like going places, videotaping. Doing the actual YouTube thing. Right now, all it does is give me a reason to ride. A reason to do the most expensive hobby that I've ever experienced. I think we're getting into unusual territory here. I gotta do some remembering. Mostly remembering where I gotta turn. I gotta go north up here somewhere, I think. Nope, I'm in the wrong spot. All the roads near, I'm near Ganaraska Forest, and all the roads near Ganaraska are confusing because none of them go through it, right? It's a big, beautiful members-only forest. Well, not members-only, you can buy a day pass, but it's a gate, I don't know, some kind of trail place. What are they called? Motor vehicle trail? OMVIC? I'm sure in the States you guys got something that you call it, like OHF, or I've seen signs on some of your videos. Like I was just watching Gear Junkie going through some trails. Nice work, buddy. I gotta get myself some knobby tires on this thing, see if I can go at least a quarter of the speeds that you were. Anyway, as what was I talking about? Yeah, trails. There's lots of trails. You just pay like $10 and you can ride around all day. You can pay $60, you can ride around for the season, which is pretty good if you're planning on spending more than 6 weekends there. Like if I had the knobby tires, I would go up there more often. Otherwise, I'm just stuck hanging around the outskirts looking for whatever I can. I think it was last time I was down here, I found just like some power lines, and there was a trail that went along the power lines, and I went up it and it was muddy and it was horrible. I was recording, but I didn't post it, and I figured, you know what, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm a big wimp, and that was my very first time off-roading. I know, I lied to you about the other times, but that was the first time, and it was more of a mistake than an actual off-roading experience. That's what we'll call it, a mistake. I took a wrong direction, and it took me up a dirt road. So that's all I got to say about that. Is that a cop up there? I'm gonna say yes, and slow down. Why were you speeding, son? Sorry, officer, I just wanted to see if you were a cop. As quickly as possible. Ooh, I saw these flashing lights. Were lights flashing or just going down a bouncy road? I can never tell. But to be on the safe side, I'm just going to do me some 83 kilometers an hour right here. Boobity 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 boo, boobity 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 boo. Actually, I'll just go slightly under because I might be in a community here, and the cops love patrolling the community. So this is a community, isn't it? Newtonville. Yeah. Nice little neighborhood here. Well, I guess the speed limit's 80, so I'm a big wimp. Well, I'm just being a wimp. No, I wasn't being a wimp. I was slowing down so I could talk to my YouTube audience. That's exactly what I was doing. Not a wimp at all. Oh my god, that wasn't a cop, was it? Not a wimp, not a wimp. I'm not afraid, no police. I just can't afford tickets, that's all. It's not a matter of fear, it's a matter of intellect. I know not to be a dark shirt, because I can't afford tickets. But I can do it occasionally. This is the trailhead for Ganaraska, just around the corner up here. This is where I went last time, but for whatever reason I didn't go up in there and buy a ticket. I went and did something else, then got all turned around, then went in a back entrance, and fell over, then left, then splashed through a puddle, and laughed a lot. I had a great time. A good time was had by me, that's for sure. And that's when I kind of fell in love with off-road motorcycling. Yeah. And I desperately want a different bike. Oh, I want another bike. I still like this bike. This bike is great on the roads. I can't imagine going 100 kilometers an hour on a tiny little seat of, say, a WR250R, because that's the main thing that I got my eye on. I was actually considering trading this one in for a WR250R. It's probably a good thing that I didn't. Just because this bike is worth more. I already got ripped off. That's happened with me with bicycles too. I had a really nice bicycle, and I traded it in for a cheap stunt bike because I liked the way it looked. Purely for aesthetics. And the guy looked at me like, oh my god, this kid's ripping himself off. Okay, here we go. So he happily took my bike, gave me a much inferior bike, and carried on. So I gotta remember that lesson. I don't want to be doomed to repeat my own history, you know? That would suck. Suckety suckingtons. I do want to get a better seat for this bike though. Been riding for under an hour and my arse is getting sore. I want to gear this bike up so I can spend as long as I possibly want on it. Gonna need like a windshield or just like a little deflector thing to go on the front to knock the wind up and over me a little bit better. So instead of it hitting my chest and head, I'm gonna need a seat. Because honestly, it feels like I got each one of my butt cheeks in a vice and are being pulled apart and vibrated. Some of you might like that, but I don't. And I need to equip it with bricks so people don't swerve towards me. What else? I want to get crash bars, so not if, but when I drop it. I want to get a radiator guard because the radiator is in the targeting reticule of the front tire. What else? I gotta get luggage. I gotta get panniers. To do that, I need to get I want to get those big metal boxes. Those would be pretty cool. And to get those, you need to hook them up with what's it called? Some kind of racking system. Which that's expensive, and this is expensive. It's a Harley bike. Everything's so bloody expensive. But I guess I should have expected that when I bought myself a BMW. Yeah. BMWs are the expensive bikes. Everything about them is expensive. Even the tires size to buy them. Like, there's some companies out there selling like $100 tires. I look at mine, and it shows like 150, 100 and almost 200 for some of them.